post, you don't understand. Anyway, so yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Aisha May. How are you? Sorry, I know I've been away for a hot minute, but just give me some grace. I wasn't well. I wasn't well for about almost 2 weeks. Almost, I think, something like that. No, it wasn't the la-la. There are other sicknesses in the world these days, peeps. So, you know, it's not the first thing that should come to your head every single time, you know? But anyway, no, it wasn't that. It was just something else. But anyway, this is not what this video is about. I did a video about either over a year ago, when I first moved here, titled, Moved to the Gambia in my 30s, How Are Things Going? Like the real tea kind of thing. So obviously if you've seen today's title, it's basically the same but kind of like update. I thought it would be good to kind of recap on a lot of things that I mentioned then. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it and then come back here and you'll kind of see a contrast. If you're interested, that is. Anyway, let me just get into the video because I am chit-chatting way too much. All right, so I'm gonna go over the same topics I had in my last video. So the first one being my background, so you have an understanding of kind of why I came here or why I feel like it was the best place. So basically, I have traveled to many different places before, not really Africa. I've only been to, before moving here, I've been to 2 African countries. I had been to Egypt and I had been to Morocco. And the reason why I say that is because it's very much more Arabic kind of people rather than black African people. So I'm not trying to be offensive in any which way, but it's just very, 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 very different from my experience anyway. And that's the only place I can talk from, you understand? But anyway. So basically, yeah, so I had been to like many different places and I had enjoyed all my stays at all these various places. I could not bother to reel them off. You have to watch the video before this. Yeah, so, and if you don't know, I am part Gambian. My dad was born here and he left when he was 13, went to the UK, was there for 50 odd years, and then came back here in 2019 to live again. So knowing that, I always knew obviously I was from here, but you know, we all had our own kind of views and thoughts about Africa, and mine was no different from most of the ignorant thoughts, to be very honest. But yeah, so I didn't really have much interest in coming. I only wanted to come with my dad. I didn't really want to come without him. And yeah, so that's why the first time I came here was actually in 2017. I know, it's bad, I know. But yeah, so I came in 2017 and I loved it. I genuinely loved it. I did. So even though at the time I didn't have thoughts of moving here, really wasn't there, I genuinely had no interest in moving here. I didn't think I would fit in, especially because, I suppose this is background, so let me just explain a bit why. Because for myself, I'm not religious. I don't dress in a modest way all the time. I might be modestly dressed right now, but that's not me on a general. If I don't feel like it, then I'll just wear whatever I want to wear. Not only that, like, I felt like the culture difference might have been a lot. Also, yeah, but when I really think about it, it wasn't that I didn't think I would fit in. I think at the time mentally, I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to move anywhere in that kind of capacity. I just wasn't ready. And another thing, I must admit, at the time, I really thought, what in the world would I do here as a job? And I just couldn't think. There was nothing that I thought that would be specifically sustainable. And yeah, I just didn't know. The ignorance was very ripe, basically, around them times. Not calling anybody ignorant, I'm calling myself. So just, you know, disclaimers. People are sensitive around here these days, you get me? But anyway, yeah, so yeah, that was that. And I'm gonna go into the job kind of stuff as I go along. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so why did I move? I think I kind of touched on that. Did I touch on that? A little bit, just beforehand in the background. But I moved because when I came here, when I eventually got here, I genuinely loved it. I enjoyed the atmosphere, the culture, the people, the food. The food, I cannot lie, I genuinely thought I was gonna lose weight. I have lost weight, but it's not because I'm not eating. But anyway, let me go back. Yeah, so before losing weight and moving here and whatnot, I thought I was going to lose weight due to the fact that I wasn't going to like anything. Like, I didn't think I was going to like any of the cultural food, because I don't think I've mentioned on here before. You must know by now. If you don't know, go and watch some of my videos. But anyway, I'm part Jamaican as well, and I don't really like any Jamaican food, which I think I've mentioned before. Yeah, I don't like the hard food. I don't like blah blah. Yeah, I know Jamaicans are gonna start at me like, what do you mean? What's wrong with it? Blah 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 blah. I just don't like it. Call me English, call me what you want. I don't care. I just don't like it, really. Just some things. But yeah, so knowing that about me, I remember saying to my dad, I'm gonna lose so much weight, what am I gonna eat? And again, that was the ignorant person on my shoulder chatting away, blah blah blah. But to come here and to realize that I like every Gambian food I've tried, besides maybe one, I love everything. And so then I was like, oh, okay, I like it. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, why I moved. How did I get to food? How? Yes, oh I know, because I was talking about the fact that I didn't think I was gonna like anything, and yeah, my ignorance to moving or to being in Africa. But anyway, so when I got here, I realized I really enjoyed the food, I enjoyed the culture, I enjoyed the people, I enjoyed learning about myself, and I finally had that feeling where you just felt home. And I was like, is this what people usually feel? Because the best part of my life, way into my 30s, I had never had that feeling before. And that feeling made me feel a little bit more centered. And do you know what? As much as I am part Gambian, I don't feel like it's to do with that. I mean, it's easy for me to kind of say that, but if you get what I mean, I think it's just the way in which the people are here. Like, you know, it's not a feeling or a sense that I'd ever felt before. So yeah, so anyway, that's why I moved. But not only that, to be honest, leading up to the end of my previous job, I was a nanny. I was studying, and still am, studying interior design. And I knew that that's what I wanted to move into, because I had been a nanny for a long time and I was just really finished with it. I didn't want to move on to another family after my previous one. I really enjoyed working with them and looking after their children and their extended family. Like, I really enjoyed that job, and I just knew it was the right time to leave. And I was quite happy to leave on such a happy note. I always feel like anything you leave, you should leave in a more positive vibe, because it sets you off for your next journey. Do you know what I mean? So if we here, you feel me? But anyway, yeah, so I knew I was ready. I was definitely ready. And again, during the whole pandemic, which I feel like this happened for a lot of people, but around that time, I just thought to myself, I really don't want to stay in this country for the rest of my life, the UK talking about. And I just had a light bulb moment. I thought to myself, where else in the world could I move to where I can probably just start what I want to do like that without any like major issues? Not issues, but you know, obviously when you start a new career in the UK, you've literally got to start from scratch. So I already knew that I was gonna have to drop, my salary was gonna drop, and that I was gonna be like in a junior position, and you know, all of that kind of thing. And I was prepared for that, and I was preparing myself for that, because with my previous job, my hours were going down. So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to pick up some internship or something like that. I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. But then something came to me and I thought to myself, wait, hold on, just a minute. Why don't I just move to Africa? Where Africa, in Gambia, there's lots of buildings. So I can just come and do my things here, no? I just thought it makes sense. So, mate, I thought, yeah, that was it. I just pack up my things, ship my things, book my ticket, and I was out. And I haven't regretted it ever since. So that's why I moved. Obviously, I've added in some more info there from my last video. But yeah, so it's been a year and 5 or 6 months now. What am I doing now? What am I doing now and what am I doing for work? So, and for money. Because I know that this one here, I know that it's a main concern for a lot of people, as it was for myself. Yeah, so what am I doing? At the moment, as you know, I'm doing interior design. If you do watch my channel quite frequently, you would have seen my last project that I did. It was my first like proper one, because moving here, I decided to take on the house that my parents were building for us, which I'm in. And that was my first project. Well, my first unpaid project anyway. So I was good. I was doing that, and then while I was doing that and just continued to study and doing YouTube, obviously, I was approached by somebody via Instagram, and he asked me, can I please help him do his restaurant? So I was like, yeah. And you can see the whole journey in the video about the owner of Diamond. We talk about it there. So yeah, so that's how I got that, and then from there I got another project, and yeah, basically it's kind of like, I don't know if it's just gone by word of mouth. And also thank you to my beautiful people, you guys who are watching me. Because of you guys, it's also helped me, because you watch my content and then obviously the algorithm pushes it out, and then other people want to see, and then other people see, and then they come to me and they say, ha, I hear you do this design thing. Can you do my design? So I'm really grateful for that as well. Obviously doing this is kind of giving people the confidence in me to want to do more projects. So that's what I'm doing. Currently I do have another project, but I'm not going to be making it public as the client has asked me not to. What I will do is I might share some of the mood boards on my Instagram, and once I get it sorted, my website, so you can see that there. But in terms of like doing the whole kind of like before and after, etc., I wouldn't be doing that, because you know, some people want to be private and I have to respect that fact, and that's absolutely fine with me. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that, and then obviously, you know, I get 1-2 shekels from YouTube, and it would be more possibly if I was a bit more consistent. But as you know, I have been busy. I have been doing the project and just trying to get that started, but that is my main source of income. I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet, so you know, I still want to take on a lot more projects and grow it. And also the same with YouTube, I need to get more consistent. I don't know what going, like I'm not being good, but yeah, so I want to get more consistent with this and continue to help that with my shekels in my pocket. But in terms of any advice, there are some questions that some people ask me, so I'm going to put that at the end of the video, so you just have to wait until you watch the end of the video. Excuse me. So that's what I personally do for money here. Okay, and I know this is another one that a lot of people want to know about, and I have been a bit kind of don't want to talk about it, but because I'm a bit private, do you know what I mean? Like, I like to be a bit private, and how can I be private and do YouTube? But you can. Anyway, so basically dating. I did mention in my last video about dating. I can't even remember what I said, or where I was in that stage at the time. I can't remember. But yeah, dating and I suppose single life in the Gambia. Yeah, obviously I moved here by myself. my parents were here already, but obviously I'm not married. I didn't have a boyfriend. It was just me and my beautiful self. But yeah, so how has that been? It's like I really want to answer this question. You do not know. Like, I literally did a whole video, recorded it, watched it, and I was like, no, I didn't upload it. And I did say I was gonna upload it, and I didn't. So sorry for that. Like, I don't think I've really done that so far in my YouTube journey. So sorry. Okay. I'm trying to think, should I do it one of two ways? Should I just be explicit and tell you lot a little bit about me, or should I just talk in a bit of a general way? I'm going to talk general. So this is not privileged information because I did, talk about it, but I was with somebody when I got into a relationship kind of quickly when I first arrived. And to be honest, I think that is quite common from what I see. And that's why I'm going to go into it a little bit more. But anyway, I got into a relationship kind of quickly after being here. I moved here in August 2020 and I got into a relationship by October. Yeah, so really quick, especially for me because, boy, when I was in London, it was kind of crickets in that area. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's serious anyway. Like, so I was kind of like, oh, I got here and it was just like, I was like the new girl at school and it was like, oh my God, kind of thing. Well, that's how it felt anyway. But yeah, that didn't work out. That ended, I think it was about 4 months down the line, or 4 or 5 months. Even though it felt like a quite intense relationship and I really feel exposed because I don't talk about my shit. So yeah, so that's it for me in that area. Apart from since then, to be very honest, I'm just happy being me. Yes, I'm gonna talk that spiel. Like, I'm sorry, like that was enough. You got enough. That was enough information, and I'm not sharing anymore in that sense. But just say this. There's plenty, man. Okay. So, you know, it's up to you what you want to do. The only thing for me is the whole religion thing is not for me. I'm not religious. I'm not saying I don't believe in any kind of higher being, God, Allah, whatever you decide to call it, or him, or whatever. But for me personally, I'm not a religious person. I don't follow someone else's rules or book or anything, and that's no disrespect to anyone, but I'm just talking very plainly. If you take it as disrespect, sorry, but I don't mean it that way. Anyway, yeah, so and again, I did a video on this beforehand called My Thoughts on Religion, if you are interested. Anyway, so for me, I feel like that's kind of a barrier, but not entirely, because, you know, not everybody is as strictly religious as some others. So yeah, so in terms of dating, so if you're a single woman or a single man coming here, I've spoken to a few, and the guys say that the women are quite shy, yeah, and that they're not very good conversationalists. Sorry girls, don't mean to be rude or nothing, this is just what I've been told. But anyway, listen, I just don't want people to come for me on my channel, you know. Don't come for me, please, because I'm not very good with them kind of things. Like, I'll just get vexed or I'll block you. So anyway, yeah, so I've heard, this is what I've been told. I've been told that certain women here are just they're not as talkative, or can be a lot more shy in relation to, say, women from the West. Whereas we just, well, not everybody obviously, but on a general, we chat more and blah, blah, blah. Also, what else have I been told? Yeah, so for that, then the males I've spoken to, they've said that they find it kind of difficult to, I don't know if it's in terms of approaching them or to develop a relationship, I don't know. That's what I've been told. Yeah, and I think that's just a cultural difference. And then for the females, what I have heard and noticed and experienced is that, I don't know if I want to say this because it's put me in a box a bit too. But anyway, that mainly you get a lot of men that are a lot younger or men that are a lot younger. But I would say this. The men that are here are younger in age in comparison to the same age group of the men in, say, from my experience in the UK, are totally different mindsets and etc. Like the younger, when I say younger, I'm talking like from 29. Yeah, because boy, anyway, from 29. Yeah, I would say that they're a lot more mature, because me, I ain't dating no 20 nothing in the UK. No, 20 anything. Yes, I dated a younger guy. Okay, I've said it. Oh my God. But yeah, oh God, I feel so fucking exposed. You don't understand. Anyway, so yeah, I find that a lot of the women here do find that they end up in relationships with men younger than their age or younger than what they would do in the UK, and I do get it, but to be honest, it's still not my preference. I'd much rather a guy that's my age group or a little bit older. I'm not really into the young ones, you know what I mean? That sounds so off key, but you know what I mean. Oh my God. Ugh. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about this topic anymore. I might split this into two because it's gonna be kind of long. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue with, I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the dating thing because I think I'm a bit, yeah, it was a bit much for me. But anyway, I'm gonna do a part 2 because this video is kind of long, and you better come and watch the next one. Do you know what I mean? Don't let me come down there and tap my hand down your throat. I'm joking anyway. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Love you as always. Mwah. I'll see you in part 2. Take care.